This is a promising first step, getting the illegal search warrant withdrawn and the illegally seized items returned, but it's just a first step. It doesn't do anything to satisfy the damages caused by the violation of the station's First Amendment rights when the illegal search occurred in the first place. And most regrettably, it does not bring Joanne Meyer back.
Yeah. Did you guys get an apology?
What we received is a notification that the search warrant is being withdrawn and the items are available to be retrieved. There's not been an apology. There's not been an explanation of what happened. That's why we are continuing to press forward. And if we don't get what we need to satisfy us, that's why we still intend to file suit against the city of Marion.
Do you think the newspaper at this point, and especially Eric, deserves an apology?
I think he deserves a hell of a lot more than an apology. Apology would be a good first step, but it's going to take a lot more than that.
Yeah. Can you give us a little perspective? How common is it for a warrant to be withdrawn like this?
It is extremely uncommon because if proper procedures are followed, this is vetted by somebody who knows what they're doing, and then finally by a judge who knows what he or she is doing. I don't know where the breakdown occurred here. My hope is that's one of the things the KBI is going to look into.
Who are you concerned about as far as process? Are you concerned about the police chief, the judge who signed off on this? You know, KBI was part of this original investigation. Who do you think all needs to be held accountable or at least have a good hard look?
I know for a fact that the chief of police is who initiated this investigation, who authored the affidavit to obtain the search warrant, and who personally conducted the search warrant, both at the newsroom, and then he sent officers to sit at the home of Mrs. Meyer for a couple hours to make sure she didn't do anything wrong so he could finish the search of the newsroom and then personally drive to the Meyer home to conduct a second search. So I know his involvement. I don't yet know of any other involvement. I mean, I don't know what the magistrate was told or wasn't told. But I know the buck started, it may not have stopped with the chief, but it clearly started with the chief.
Bertie, are you wanting to take a look at what was collected? Obviously, I get they took computers, they took phones, you know that, I know that. But when I spoke with Eric, he says his mother told him they were taking pictures of his financial statements. It had nothing to do with the newspaper. Do you want to see what information was collected?
The search warrant has been withdrawn. That's as if the search warrant never was issued. Therefore, anything that was taken, not just the computers, not just the phones, any piece of paper that was picked up, any photographs that were taken, everything has to be returned.
Okay, so it'll be, you will know at the end of the day what they took pictures of, correct?
Well, the end of the day may be a little early because I have sent my forensic expert to Marion to retrieve this because it's important that I maintain the chain of custody. So he probably won't be back in time for me to consult with him still this evening, but I'll know by tomorrow what we've received and what we haven't received. And then he will begin a detailed forensic examination of the devices. We'll be able to tell whether or not what we've been told, which is that nothing has been accessed, is true. As Ronald Reagan famously said, trust but verify.
But will you know what pictures police took? That's what I'm trying to find out. Is now that this warrant is withdrawn and it's like nothing has happened, will you ever be able to kind of unravel what police did, what photographs they took?
Those photographs should be returned to us, so we should know. That's part of why I've sent an expert to the sheriff's office to retrieve the information.
Excellent. You know, and Bertie, what's your bottom line? What do you want people to know about what happened here?
What I want people to know is what happened should never happen in America. And in fact, I was talking to another lawyer who said, well, I don't ever remember this happening. And then he had a long pause and he said, because we have a Constitution. The Constitution is starting to work here, but it's a day late and a dollar short. That's why we're pressing forward.